joining Danette. They're crashers, actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love a radio show crashing. Love it.
Just walking down the street and we decided to just
Michelle
grab the
Wilson, who's the engineer here. And we have Barry Farmer, who's the Barry Farmer Morning Show. They're going to be joining us talking with Miss Danette. Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you. I got questions.
I got questions too.
All right, let's
But I
hear
tell you
your
what,
questions.
Yeah, we got questions. I need some them stair lifts.
Some stair lifts.
Okay.
In your
I know
house.
this is not about selling, but
I
you know,
mean, it's a feature.
it is a feature. And
It
while,
sounds like it's about getting older.
yeah, while we're at it, them stair lifts seems to be pretty attractive for those who may not be able to move quite readily right now, especially if they have a home full of memories and stuff. Right?
Right.
How do you, as a realtor, assist a would-be client in that situation where they just have a lot of stuff
And they don't know where to start.
and they don't know where to start? They're maybe they're moving alone, maybe they're moving, with a spouse. However, it's a challenge more so than it would be if they were 30 years younger, 20 years younger.
And I totally get it. I mean, moving is not always fun. And especially if you have been there for a long period of time, you've managed to accumulate memories. And part of those memories are sometimes like, no, I don't want to get rid of this. No, I don't want to get rid of that. So if you find yourself where you're just not good with letting go and getting rid of, I mean, the rule of thumb is like if you haven't touched it in 4 years, you need to get rid of it.
I need to clear out the house.
Oh,
man.
my God.
I mean,
Yeah.
clothing and things like that. Yeah,
That's why all I have is my dog and a couch. That's because I did that very same thing over the last year. I threw away everything.
Oh, my goodness.
People, clothes,
People?
stuff. Yeah.
Did you mean people when you said that?
yeah.
Yes, Lord.
Cleared it out.
So, but yeah, definitely. And so they have some of these senior services where they literally will come in and they'll help you to, what I want to say, declutter.
Declutter.
For a better word.
How long those services been around? Because I needed that like about 10 years ago. My grandma.
Yeah, those.
Is it recent?
No, we still have. I mean, for several years they have estate type of companies as well that'll come in, and help with the estate type thing. So you have a couple of options in getting some help because it's not an easy task to declutter, but it has to be done.
I would suggest with decluttering, though, I would suggest that people start, even if they don't know what they're doing, how soon they're going to do it. Just start decluttering,
before they even begin to think about putting the house on the market. And I tell them 6 months.
I mean, you can always sell it as is.
Well, that too, but yeah, I mean, most people are wanting to maximize their money. I mean, there are some circumstances where maybe the money's not there and they just don't wish to repair, and we can sell it as is. But typically, when you do that, you hinder probably maximizing what you could. Most people are looking the easier they can just walk in, move in, ready. I don't really have to do anything. The home sells very quickly. Again, we're still in a seller's market. We're going through some things, but they move pretty fast.
I'm a young boomer, so
How is that?
What is a young boomer?
A young boomer. It's
34?
not even a baby boomer.
as a young boomer, let's say that
He is the oldest 30-plus guy I've ever met in my life. Ever.
So if you have like a family member that's a boomer, like your grandmother or your great grandmother, your grandmother.
All right, I like being a grandma.
Okay.
Nana.
I looked at the Lord like I won't put a great in front of that. But how difficult is it for like the grandchildren to move these properties for their elders? Is it a lot of paperwork that has to go on, or do they have to be present for the make these sales and stuff?
Unless they have gotten a power of attorney, they would need to be present. If you're acting on behalf, then not. And if you don't have that piece of paper identifying you as being able to sign off, they would need to be present. And in regards to the paperwork, I mean, again, it varies. It can be several pieces of paper. It depends on how old the home is. I mean, any home that's built before 1978, we have to get into adding lead-based paint, disclosures, and things like that. If it's not, then not so much. So, I mean, but there's several forms. And, again, that's what your realtor's there for, to guide you through what you need and assist you through it. As well as explaining, what it's about. So it's not too lengthy, I don't think, overall. I mean, sometimes it takes me, most times, about an hour and a half or so, just kind of going through the entire process. I mean, the entire process. When I say that, I don't mean just filling out forms. I'm just anticipating what to anticipate from the time that you're getting ready to list it to, the steps the series that we're going to take to put it on the market, to what to anticipate when offers are made. So it's just, step by step. But, and then, again, as your realtor, I'm there. I'm constantly reminding and walking you through it. I don't expect the first time that I tell you everything
you're going to retain it
and retain it, because it's a lot. But it's just nice to be able to have that conversation, just to kind of prepare you, and so you have an idea of what to anticipate, and just kind of hold the hand.
Now, y'all talked about downsizing. Did you talk about downsizing?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to get to the 55 plus community. So if I have a
He's
house,
trying to sneak in there.
Yeah, he's going to be one of those families.
Yeah, he's gonna be that family guy.
Yeah, the 20%.
Yeah.
But because I'm not mad at you. I mean, they do have some really
some nice amenities.
resort style living amenities.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can't wait. I got to find something to purchase so I can sell it. 'Cause that's what I wanted to know. Like,
pickleball.
now
tennis,
those places are not.
swimming.
They're not there. They can be pricey.
Yes, they are.
And I know from a friend that they would, some have to like sell their homes in order to pay for the stay there. For the long run.
Right. And I mean, and
Right,
it can be intimidating. Like I said, some of those
Lord.
prices and, these beautiful 55 plus communities with offering all of these amenities, you may be looking in the high 4, 5, could be 6.
Yeah, right.
But
I look around it. It is. It's
yeah.
between 3 and 5 right now in this
1,000.
area.
1,000.
A month.
Yeah, a month. Mm-hmm.
Yes. My mother lived in one, and whew,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was wondering when I recently learned that information that they usually have to sell their homes in order to pay the rent, because I didn't even know the rent was like that expensive. Like in the neighborhood I live in now, when I first moved over there, it was a lot of boomers there, and they probably had sold their house to live this rent.
To live there.
That's like $1,000 a month for them, which is on the low end for them if they
Right.
and they'll create their own amenities type of deal. So
that's an option.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't want to go into the 55 plus community because you just feel like I'm retiring, I don't want to exceed a certain amount monthly, that my option to you would probably be more of just the townhome, because with the townhome, again, we're usually trying to get away from having to shovel or mowing the lawn or dealing with the outer exterior
Or the
of
basement.
the home or the roof, things like that. So you typically, depending on the townhome, can get away from that if you feel, that the 55 plus is just a little too steep for you, because they can be. But I've seen a lot of, baby boomers come in and they, were at their home 20, 30 years and again having so much equity and, they had a decent savings. They were able to just pretty much pay down that and have a minimal mortgage, $100,000 mortgage or $150,000 mortgage, on a monthly basis. That's feasible for some.
I have a question.
And you still get the tax write-off.
With the 55 plus, there is HOAs, correct?
Right. And those
Can you
be-
explain what that is and what HOA
Really?
is?
Yes.
Oh my God.
They show up
that's,
everywhere.
That's more money.
Yeah.
More money.
That's why. Oh my.
That's why I'm trying to. I'm wondering whether I should just get an elevator system in my home
Why not?
and
I
just
mean,
call it a day.
what is it, like $25K? You can swing it and then just save you some money in the 55 plus community.
I could
Because I can tell you right now, the prices that these 55 plus communities right now, this new Boma ain't got no problem taking the basic package.
You claim
the basic package. Well, yeah,
Exactly.
But see, this is too part of the problem. Why we aren't able to, why we're in this bidding war, why we're still in the seller's market. We can't get no inventory. We're trying to get the builders to catch up. Which seems to be taking quite a bit after.
it's happening.
Yeah,
After-
out here where I live at, it is.
Yeah.
No tree left behind. They are just knocking.
Thank you. Yeah.
We're trying
Squirrels
to catch
formed a
up.
union.
Because we can't continue in this direction. We
Life
can't
is
just
not the
continue to
same.
excel. So yeah, they're trying to make a difference in the inventory, but until then, that's what we're dealing with. But yeah, you're right. The HOAs, a lot of people some of them don't want to pay it. Some people feel, I don't want anybody dictating to me.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily feel that way. I tell some people, at first I did. When I the first home I bought, I was like, how dare, I'm paying a mortgage. I don't need anybody telling me anything.
I
Don't
have
tell
one
me
now.
how to do nothing.
Yeah.
But then I you live and learn. And I realized that they're really not there to be annoying. Most times it's there to keep your values up.
Yeah.
And my case in point was I knew someone who bought in a smaller subdivision and they had an HOA, but they didn't really stay on top of it. And so next thing you know, it was all new construction. But now over time, the neighbor moves. And when the neighbor moves, the new neighbor was a mechanic.
Oh.
So look, do I need to say anymore? Do I need to say?
All
Was
the
he a tall,
cars
skinny
and
guy?
trucks.
Next thing you know,
Was his name
it was
Fred?
all of that.
Or Lonnie?
Yeah, I mean, the neighbor was, my friend was kind of upset. It was feeling like, Sanford and Son, like what's going on. And if you don't have a strong HOA and people that's paying attention and finding and saying, hey, no, you can't do that, then eventually, and things like that take the value of the property down.
People
So-
will drive straight by if they're because I'm one of them.
Me too.
Yeah, if I see all that shenanigans going on, no grass in the yard.
Yeah.
Well, I don't mind no grass. I cement it though.
No.
I
live in a community.
well manicured
Yeah,
grass.
I live in a community.
with
I'm
that
the
curb
only one
appeal.
on the block whose grass dies every year. It's
Wait a minute
embarrassing.
now. Come on.
It dies every year.
What do
I'm
you
out-
do to cut your
I
grass?
have no clue. And they come and they cut nothing. They cut my dirt. They just they come and cut the
Little
dirt.
dust
Keep on.
storm.
Yeah. I go out there and it's so embarrassing. It's so
They cutting brown
just-
stuff.
yeah, they're cutting brown
Go
stuff.
and get you some salt.
There you go.
Well, I went and
was
got.
just getting ready
I was
say
about
that.
to do that, but I threw some seeds in there. It wasn't the right kind of grass. There's two kinds of grass now growing in my yard. It'll be dead by June. But yeah,
That's why ain't no grass right there. You're not
Get
properly
you-
seeding it.
I am not Farmer Brown.
A good landscaper.
I'm gonna talk to them.
green,
I'm gonna talk to the people that does it. I go outside. Everyone's so plush and green.
I never
like,
know.
the
But
hills
genuinely,
are alive.
I
You
mean,
need to
some
talk to
people
your
do it.
HOA.
I need to, but they won't answer the phone when I call.
Right.
Doesn't sound
They're
right.
like Michelle. We put the grass
They
there
know
when you moved
that.
in
Yeah,
there.
but I
with
think
that.
they know that I'm the one whose grass is dead every summer. They don't call me back.
Yeah, but I mean, so they cut your grass.
Yeah. So the one thing about the HOA community, although mine is expensive every month, they cut.
Is it monthly?
Mine is monthly.
It
There's some.
depends.
It depends on
Each
the
one,
community you
yeah.
live in.
Some are
So,
monthly, some
yeah,
are
if you have a-
quarterly,
Really?
some pay annually.
If you live in a
It depends on
$500,000 plus home, your yearly might be $3,500. Mine is $210 a month,
Oh my goodness. So you have to consider
and I
that.
have dead grass,
Right.
I'm about to say you ain't got no grass.
and I have no grass.
She has dead grass, $230 in payment on top of any mortgage that
Yeah.
she might have.
Well, I mean, I don't know who to talk about over there in the HOA,
You know what I'm
but
saying?
I mean, yeah.
This is critical.
Right. Either that or they can deduct 100 or so because you ain't got no grass.
Yeah, and then
And get it, and when you get the grass, They're like, all right, ma'am, now that you get your
Now,
plush.
yeah,
with
now they're gonna come at
everybody
me.
else.
They're gonna come at me.
Yeah, no, you might
And then the
be
president of the
small on
homeowners
that one.
association lives right across the street from me, but her
boy.
grass is clean and green.
It better be
and
she the
beautiful.
president.
So then that's what you need
She's
to be-
stealing your grass.
I think she's poisoning my grass. I think that she's got a war against me. Yeah.
But yeah, no, definitely she would be the one to talk to, I would
Yeah.
think, and say like, what's going on. But I mean that's what we like, not having to deal with the
Right,
lawn,
there is a
not
benefit,
having to
I'm
deal
sure.
with the shoveling of the snow or the so no situation may be perfect,
Right,
but
right.
definitely it can be a
Well, so I didn't know that. Didn't know they had HOAs in the 55 plus. Even in like the condominium ones. Even in the condominium.
Yeah, you might as well stay where you are, Barry.
No, with
I swear.
condominiums, it's not HOA. There's common charges. And honestly, I mean, that's something you have to be careful of because it's run more like I won't say an apartment complex. But we'll take a break and come back and kind of finish that discussion on.
No,
No,
we'll
gonna
continue.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead.
Yeah,
you
we
go
got
ahead and
time.
continue.
We got
We got a
time.
few
Okay.
more minutes to wrap this
So the-
last segment up,
Right.
and we just want to hear what you have to say because you are a wealth of information.
Now go ahead with the condominium.
Wait, first of all, how do you say it?
Condominium.
Condominium. And well, the difference is they have common charges, so that's still similar of the maintenance,
Yes.
taking care of the upkeep of the building and the maintenance. However, the difference, your HOA usually is a set fee, you know what that is, and it doesn't change, year to year. It might increase a little, but with the condominiums, there's no specific amount as to how much they can increase it because what happens is they have units, right? And so if the certain amount of units are not filled, then they
Oh
kind
my
of try
goodness,
They
they
have to
could take
compensate.
advantage of you.
right.
And yeah,
So, you have to be a little cognizant.
No, I'm
of
just
the-
getting
And do you
the
know-
on tent.
and so I think I do know a little bit about condominiums. You are only purchasing the air between the walls, correct?
That's fine.
Yeah, you're only
So
purchasing
you
the
don't
air
have to
between
worry
the walls.
about, but you're owning, you have equity, unlike as opposed to renting. And that's my biggest caveat.
I don't like
with
the
that.
fluctuation of it all. I'm just gonna pitch a tent in your dirt, and we'll call it.
Well, there
that.
you go.
And so,
And then they'll come after me.
Right.
so if you don't pay your HOA or your whatever you were just saying, if you don't pay that, you can lose your property.
No, but
I
when
don't
you
know.
sell it, you're not going to lose your property. But when you sell it, they're going to make sure that
They get
that,
their fees.
that
Yeah.
whatever.
So you
Back
lose
pay.
some of the equity in your home if you got
Yeah.
liens
Okay.
or anything attached to your home.
Okay, thank you.
And
for
that's
clearing
another
that
thing
up.
to consider because life happens.
No, the only person that can do that is Uncle Sam.
Okay.
He'll come take your house. You don't pay them taxes.
Yikes!
But the bank is going to make sure you do. And I mean, that's another reason why they don't leave it up to you and they put it as a part of your mortgage payment to ensure that, they're protecting their investment as well because you don't own the house yet.
Well, I'm glad I had a good time on here. Thank you,
I
Mr.
did
Laws.
too. It was so short, but thank you for having us.
Well, thank you for crashing.
Crashing, yes.